The FBI in Peace and War. Another great story based on Frederick L. Collins' copyrighted book, The FBI in Peace and War. Drama, thrills, action. Tonight's story, Paid in Full.
And you know what else I think you got, cutie?
What?
What else I think you got's the cutest face in port. And I'm an authority.
I'll bet you are, handsome.
Yes, sir. Cutest face, cutest figure. And what else I think you got's an empty glass, and so have I. Hey, bartender, a little service over here.
No more drinks, honey. Joint's closing up.
Closing up? Well, how you like that? Just when you and me was getting real acquainted.
Lousy killjoy, that's what.
Yeah, said it.
Of course, if you're not too tired, we could always go to my place.
Huh?
I've got a bottle. No special closing time.
Hey, you mean it, baby? Wouldn't kid a guy just off his ship.
Now, do I look like the kind of girl who'd kid a guy?
Well, you look... You know what? You're okay. What I mean, okay. Come on, let's go.
All right. You wait here a minute. I gotta make a phone call.
A phone call?
My roommate. Just to make sure she's not home.
Oh, go ahead. You got a dime?
Uh-huh. Sure you're not tired now?
Never felt more wide awake in my life, so help me. Go ahead. Make your call.
It won't be a minute. Don't go away now.
Not for $1 million, cutie. I'll be right here.
Hello, Marty. I'm calling from a bar. I'll have to talk quiet. Is Mr. Reber there?
He's with me.
All right. Tell him I'm with the first mate of the Calcutta. They dock tonight. Cargo of burlap and jute.
And?
Hold your breath.
I'm holding.
30 pounds of pure opium.
You sure?
Have I been wrong yet?
Where on ship?
I don't know, but I will before the evening's out.
Uh-huh. Want the apartment?
Yeah. Also the knockout pills.
Okay, Sheila. Good work. I'll tell Reba. See you later, honey. Soon as you find out where the stuff is on ship.
I'll find out, Marty. Just leave it to me.
In the summer months of last year, a series of robberies of unusual daring took place on the waterfront of one of our large eastern cities. Due to the international nature of the cargoes involved, your Federal Bureau of Investigation was asked to cooperate with Harbor Police in attempting to solve these crimes. When Agent Reynolds and I began our inquiry, we found that the robberies were accomplished by various means of impersonation of federal officers, and that the criminals knew the exact location of the contraband cargo. What we didn't know was what type of ship could enter the harbor without undue suspicion, and who was on the inside to give information.
And I'm glad to hear that Sheila has grown up to be as pretty as you and Ma always expected. She's okay, Sheila is, but I always said you got to watch out
Pa,
for...
read it to me some other time, will you? I got to take my shower.
No, I'm almost finished now. Your brother says...
I got to take my shower, Pa.
Sheila, you're not going out again tonight?
Sure I'm going. And don't wait up for me.
I should think you could stay home anywhere one night.
And do what? Listen to you lecture me? Haven't even got a TV.
Sheila.
What?
It isn't that fella, that Marty.
What if it is?
Now, Sheila, please, that isn't for you. He runs around with that hoodlum crowd.
Save it, Pa. I don't want to hear.
No, please, Sheila, that Marty, he'll only make trouble for you.
I said save it. Understand? I'm old enough to know what I'm doing.
All right.
And don't start with that if only your mother were alive routine again.
All right. You take your shower.
I know what I'm doing, Pa. Don't worry so much.
Uh-huh. I'm going to answer Freddie's letter tonight.
That'll be nice.
I thought maybe I'd tell him maybe he could start looking for a little place for us out there. He says it's real nice in Ohio.
Supposing we talk about that another time.
No,
Pa.
you'd like it out there, Sheila. You always wanted to move out of the city.
I've changed my mind.
Sheila.
What? What?
You'd like it. I know you would. Fred and Amy, they'd introduce you to lots of fine young people. You wouldn't have to run around with a cheapster like...
Like who?
Well, what I meant was...
Like Marty, that's what you meant.
Listen, Sheila, I got almost enough money saved up. If I work nights this summer...
You meant Marty, didn't you?
Sheila, that's all I've been saving up for so we could get away from here. When your mother died, she made me promise that...
Pop!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mention that again. Sheila, I just don't want you to do anything you'll ever be sorry for.
I gotta hurry, Pa. Marty likes me to be on time.
Sheila...
I'm going to take my shower, Pa. Save the lecture for someone who'll listen. So if Marty phones, you can tell him I'm coming right over.
And here's a little something extra Mr. Reba bought for you, honey.
For me?
My appreciation for real good work, Sheila. Now, go on, open it.
Well, say... Thanks, Mr. Reba. Thanks a lot.
500 cash and presents besides. Not bad, huh?
Not bad. These are just beautiful, Marty. Mr. Reba, they're beautiful.
Guess every girl likes pretty things, eh, Marty?
Every girl, every guy. Oh, Sheila, why don't you go inside and try them on?
Could I?
For sure thing. You know the way.
Oh, thanks. Save my drink. I'm up to you in a minute.
Take your time. We got all evening. Like a regular 2-year-old.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much longer I can keep this one on the string.
You kidding. She's crazy for you.
Too crazy. That's the trouble.
Oh, wedding ring type, huh?
That's it.
What's the matter? You don't like bigamy?
Seems there's a law against.
Yeah, the law always louses up a sweet play. We need her, Marty. Couple more jobs at least, and we'll blow.
Okay, but just remember.
Marty?
Yeah, honey?
Go on in. I'll fix his fresh drinks.
You make mine a double.
I'll make all of them a double.
You like the things okay, huh?
Oh.
You gonna keep them?
What do you think?
I think there's a lot more where they came from. Just stick around, that's all.
All right. I'll stick. Marty,
Yeah?
couldn't you and me do a little celebrating tonight? I mean, on our own, just the two of us.
Sure, honey. Anything you say. And, Sheila,
Yes.
tomorrow, supposing we go over to that fur place and have a look at a coat, huh?
Marty! You mean it, honest?
Of course I mean it. What do you think I want all this dough for except for you?
Oh, Marty. I only want to be with you. I hate going out with any other man.
You won't have to. Much longer, baby.
You said that before this last job.
Yeah. I know, honey, I know. But Mr. Reba says it won't be much longer now. We got to stay with it till it pays off in full.
And when it does?
It'll be you and me for all time, Sheila.
Okay, Marty. That's all I have to know. I'll stay with it till it pays off.
To Stevens, FBI, Washington. Report received by this office from Captain of Freighter Calcutta regarding stolen contraband. Believe this job work of same gang as SS Liverpool last month. Am interrogating captain and crew members soon as word from your bureau. Sign it, Haddock, U.S. Customs. And this gentleman from the Federal Bureau of Investigation is going to ask you a few questions, Captain.
Sure. Fire away, sir. I'm glad to be of help.
Thank you, Captain. Would you mind telling me what cargo your ship brought in?
Oh, glad to. Calcutta's an 8,000-ton lady carrying mostly jute and burlap. That's what she brought in this crossing.
Mm-hmm. Now, as I understand it, on Tuesday of this week, your ship was docked at Pier 24 preparing to unload cargo.
That's right, sir. Anybody object to pipe?
Please, go ahead by all means.
Thank you kindly. I didn't mean to interrupt, Mr. Stevens.
Not at all. Now, would you tell me exactly what happened on that Tuesday, Captain?
On Tuesday, nothing out of the ordinary. It was Wednesday these two men came aboard.
Wednesday, then.
Well, sir, about 8 bells, I think it was, I was on deck watching my cargo master label cases when I saw the two men come on ship.
2 men?
Yes, sir. Officers, I should say, both dressed in uniforms.
Customs?
One Customs, the other Narcotics Bureau.
Did they show any credentials, Captain?
Oh, yes, they were very expert.
You didn't question their legitimacy?
No, I didn't. Frankly, there was no reason to. They seemed a McCoy, and I had nothing to hide. No, I didn't question them, Mr. Stevens.
I understand. Well, please go on.
Well, they said they had a tip about smuggled opium. I started to argue with them, but when they found this dope cache in the power room, that's all there was to it.
The power room?
Yes, sir. Concealed in an empty battery. A good hiding place, to say so myself.
No trouble locating it, though?
None at all. They went right to it and turned up some 30 pounds of the stuff.
Captain, you realize that none of this inquiry is directed against you or your ship. What made you report this incident to the Customs office?
Well, gentlemen, I have a reputation on the water, and I have a good ship. If one of my crew is putting something over on us, I wanted that seaman out of my sight and behind bars where he belonged.
I see. The 2 men were only interested in the 30 pounds of opium.
That's right. When they didn't return to question the crew, I got suspicious and started some detective work on my own.
Any results?
Oh, you bet results. My first mate may not be behind jail bars, but I got him locked up good and tight in the hold of the Calcutta.
Your first mate?
He's the one turned up looking in that power room.
Mm-hmm. Can I have a talk with the man?
Well, you can have a talk, and you can have him. I don't want him in my ship.
All right, Captain, I'll take him. And with any luck, he may lead us to the 2 others and whoever's feeding them their inside information.
Oh, Pa, you're up early.
I've been waiting up for you, Sheila.
Well, you can go ahead to work now. Oh, I'm beat. You go ahead. I'm going to lie down a little while.
Sheila, I don't think you better lie down.
What? Now what are you talking about, Pa? You look funny. You got something on your mind? Spill it. Hey, who's been at my things? Where's my cigarettes? I had a drawer full.
I offered some to those men. There they are on the table.
Men? What men?
The ones who were here last night. Federal men from the Customs.
What?
Sheila, how could you do it? How could you get mixed up in a thing like this?
Mixed up in what?
They told me, Sheila, all those robberies on the pier. The first mate of the Calcutta described a girl just like you.
It's a dirty lie. I don't know any first mate.
No, he described you, how you were out drinking together, how you kept pumping him for information, how you invited him to go with you.
Shut up! Shut up, you hear me?
Sheila.
What did you tell those men? What did you tell them?
How could you? Your own father.
I asked you a question, Pa.
That Marty, he got you into this. I told you it'd lead to trouble.
Pa, what did you tell him?
Nothing. I didn't tell them a thing.
Pa!
They said they'd be back. I wanted to talk to you first.
All right. You talk to me. What are you going to do about it?
Sheila.
What are you going to do? Pa?
I don't know, Sheila. It's too much. I got to think. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hello?
Joe, this is Marty. We got trouble.
What?
I just heard from Sheila. Get into your uniform. I'll tell you why when I get there.
Get into uniform?
Yeah, the customs outfit. We gotta take care of Pa Drusak before the federal boys takes care of us.
The foreman said you want to see me.
You're Drusak?
Yeah?
United States Customs, Drusak. My colleague said we'd be back. You're wanted for another interview down at headquarters.
Oh, well, I can't go with you now. I'm on the job.
All been arranged with your foreman. You have the rest of the day off, no loss in pay.
Another interview, huh?
You said you'd cooperate if we came back. Haven't changed your mind, have you?
No, I haven't changed.
All right, then, let's go. My car's just outside.
Well, I'd like to call my daughter.
Haven't got time. Stop stalling, Druzak. Let's go.
All right.
You're smart to cooperate. Pays off in the end.
Look, they won't arrest my daughter. She's not at fault. It's those others.
You can't make any promises, Druzak. Go ahead.
She's young. She had no idea what she was getting into.
Uh-huh.
No, she didn't. I swear it.
Okay, she didn't. Just come clean at the interview, that's all.
If it'll help Sheila, I'll do anything.
Car's over there. Do anything, huh?
If it'll help her.
Name names?
Yes, sir. I don't want to protect the hoodlums that got her into this. I want to see them locked up just as much as you do.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Druzak.
I mean it.
I'm sure you do. After you.
Thanks. My daughter may hate me for doing it, but it's for her own good.
That's the way to talk.
Tried to tell her, but you know how young people are. They don't listen.
I know.
They say you're old-fashioned, that you're trying to spoil their fun.
What's the matter?
That man in front, at the wheel.
What about him?
That's him. That's Marty, one of the hoodlums.
Yeah?
No, it's him, I tell you. That's Marty.
Okay, I believe you.
Huh?
Hiya, Pa. Glad to see you.
What?
He's glad to see you. So am I.
You're not...
Not a customs man? Hardly, Druzak. I'm another one of the hoodlums you want to see locked up.
No.
And this is a .45 automatic stuck in your middle. Just sit nice and easy till we get to the water.
Oh, what are you going to do?
We're not going to do a thing, Pa. But you're going to take a nice swim in the river.
No, I'm not going with you.
You hear that, Monty? He's not going with us.
Yeah, I hear.
Listen, let me out of here. If Sheila finds out what you're doing...
Sheila, you stupid little jerk. Who do you think tipped us off?
What?
Who do you think tipped us? She did. Your own daughter, Pa.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, sure. You'll find out how we're lying just as soon as we get to the water.
Miss Druzak?
Yes,
Sheila Druzak?
that's right. Look, if you're that federal man my father mentioned...
I'm a federal man, yes.
Well, my father told me to tell you to stop bothering him. He has nothing to say to you.
He hasn't.
Nothing at all. Good day, Mr.
One moment, Miss Druzak. I'm a federal man, only not the one your father mentioned. You'd better come along with me.
What?
It won't be a pleasant mission, but you're needed for an official identification.
Identification of who?
Of your father, Miss Druzak. His body was pulled out of the river just 1 hour ago. You'd better come along with me.
Okay, Joe. It's the last bag, all ready to roll.
Right, Marty. Quick farewell drink?
All right, but make it a quick one.
You hurry too much, Marty. An artist always takes his time. In a situation like this, I always say a nice, tall, highball...
Joe,
Yeah.
maybe I should call Sheila, leave her a note, maybe.
Hurry too much and worry too much. I always say when you're walking out on a doll...
Expecting anyone?
No. I told him down at the desk I was checking out.
Bellhop?
Probably. Better answer it.
Yeah?
Oh, go ahead and stop worrying. It's probably the bill.
Okay. Shove some ice in those drinks and we can get out. Why, hello, Sheila.
Hello, Marty.
Hello, Sheila. Come on in.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Come on in, Sheila. We're just fixing a drink. What'd you have, highball or straight?
I see you're also fixing to leave.
Huh?
My idea, Sheila. I figure we got enough. Forget any more jobs. Marty was just about to go tell you the good news.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you were taking me with you?
Well,
What else? Are you kidding? Catch Marty going any place without his Sheila.
you can say that again. Come on, honey. Sit down. I'll get you a drink.
No, you sit. I'll get him.
That's what I like about the fair sex, Marty. Service. Lots of ice in mine, Sheila.
Uh-huh. You get to talk to Pa yet?
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
What?
We didn't get to talk to him yet, Sheila. Thought leaving town would be a better idea. Right, Marty?
Right.
That's funny.
What's funny?
Lots of ice for you too, Marty?
Yeah. What's funny?
When the federal man spoke to Pa's foreman at the plant, he told him Pa left with a man from the customs. Here you are, Mr. Reber. Lots of ice.
Thank you.
Marty?
Thanks.
Federal man?
FBI. Well, down the hatch.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. Sheila, what were you doing with the FBI?
I was making an official identification, Mr. Reber.
What?
An official identification of Pa's body, Marty.
What are you talking about, Sheila?
You ought to know.
Sheila, you...
So should you, Marty. It was the two of you who killed him.
That's a terrible thing to say.
It's an even worse thing to do. Even worse than spilling the whole story of the two of you to the FBI.
You spilled to the FBI?
Not yet, but I'm about to. I'm about to real good.
Why, you crummy
Marty,
little...
hold it. What? You're about to spill. Why?
Why?
Your father didn't mean that much to you. Why else?
You want to answer that, Marty? Or will your wife?
Ah, his wife. The FBI told you about that.
They told me lots of things. Not half as much as I'm going to tell them.
Joe...
I said hold it. You're wrong, Sheila. You're not going to tell the FBI a thing.
No?
No, you're going to be a sensible young lady.
I am sensible, Mr. Reber. I was the one who fixed your drinks.
Sure you were, and...
I fixed them both with the knockout drops Marty gave me. They haven't failed yet.
Knockout drops? What are you talking about?
You should know, Marty. You were the one who taught me. Any minute now, you'll both be out like a light.
You're kidding.
Knockout drops. Oh, come off it, Sheila.
Honey, you got a lot of imagination.
As soon as the drops work, I'll call the FBI. They'll haul you both off to the station house.
Marty, let's get out of here.
Oh, she wouldn't pull a
I said
stunt
let's
like
get
that.
out of here.
I wouldn't try to leave, Mr. Reber. I was sensible about this, too.
Sheila, put that thing down. It might go off by mistake.
Just stay in your chairs, both of you. I mean it.
Listen, Sheila, let's act smart.
Sit down, Mr. Reber. At least you can recover from knockout drops.
You know, Marty, I think she does mean it. Tell you what we'll do, Sheila.
Mr. Reber, I'll shoot. It doesn't mean a thing to me if I kill you. Get back in that chair.
In order to shoot a gun, sister, you have to have the hammer pulled back. And... Oh! The crazy fool, she did it!
That was only a scratch. The next one's for keeps.
Sheila, baby.
That goes for you, too, Marty. Get back in your chair. I'd even enjoy shooting you.
Sheila.
Shut up, you idiot. Do as she says.
Well, listen, Hey, I'm feeling dizzy.
The knockout drops, Marty. Out like a light any second now.
Sheila.
You heard what he said, Marty. Do as I say. You wanted to stay with this till it paid off in full. And believe me, you're going to.
Sheila Druzak's confession, along with the statement of the first mate of the SS Calcutta, served to expose the entire racket of Joe Reber and Marty Ellis. Both were tried and convicted for the murder of Sheila's father and the original opium robberies, and sentenced to the death penalty. As an accessory to the robberies, Sheila Druzak herself was given a 5-year term in women's prison. Our files on the case are stamped paid in full.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.